Okay, welcome everybody. This is the Darien 2020 Bicentennial Committee meeting. It is Wednesday, August 11th, 2021, and it's 11 o'clock in the morning, 11 o'clock a.m. This meeting is virtually done via GoToMeeting. So welcome everybody. Glad everybody's been sticking with us for these past over 2 years for a one-year event. We're actually drawing to a close pretty much. Excuse me, we only have 2 more scheduled meetings. There's a meeting in September, the second week in August, the second Wednesday in September, and then again one in October, the second Wednesday in October. I'm not sure if we'll have one in November. It depends when we have our final wrap-up party. If it's before the second weekend Wednesday, we probably won't have one, or maybe we'll just have a closeout meeting. So there'll probably be either 2, there definitely will be 2 or possibly 3 more meetings. And we just got another caller.
It's Suzanne Papson calling.
Hi, Suzanne, how are you?
I'm hanging in there. Just everybody keep me in your thoughts. I appreciate that.
Yeah, how are you feeling?
I'm okay.
Okay.
Yep, we're being recorded, right?
Yes, we are being recorded. Thank you very much for calling in. So let me tell
you.
Oh,
you're welcome.
I'm not sure if you can see everybody, so I'll introduce
I'm just on the phone.
Okay, so Leslie Osborne is here, who's our new social media director. Libby's on, Dave's on, Jamie's on, of course I'm on, and Kate Larson's on. And
good to know everybody's there. Hello, everyone.
Right. So we have 2 more scheduled meetings. I'll probably add one in November because we added that final wrap-up party. And during the wrap-up party, we're gonna officially close out the time capsule, and that'll be at the Museum of Darien. So we'll probably have 3 more meetings. Yeah, that'll be fun. Of course, all the committee members and the sponsors are going to be invited to that meeting. So we do not have a quorum. The minutes I just emailed everybody for May and July, so please read them before the next meeting. And if you have any comments, send them to Jamie, and Jamie can incorporate them. And then the meeting in September, we'll try to approve them. So we've been doing a lot of stuff. We had a full page ad in the New Canaan Darien Rural magazine, and we submitted the same ad for September. So thank you, Moffley Media. That was really generous of them of giving us 2 free ads when they were only really supposed to give us 1. So that was a gratuitous thing. We got another one. We've got photographs of the parade, of Weed Beach and Anniversary Day. I'm going to post them on the website. Thanks again for everybody who's been involved in those. They were all very, very successful. I've got a lot of positive feedback from them. We do have the cake, and the cake, I think, was a big hit. It's in storage at Hollow Tree Self-Storage. Thanks, Leslie, for posting that. So we're going to give it up after November. It's a great thing. If anybody knows of a city or something, I'm going to go on the website and try to find anybody who has an anniversary day like we had this year in Connecticut. But if anybody has a use for that, I would hate to throw it away or whatever. It's such a great thing. But please get in contact with me. We've got to get it out of Hollow Tree Self-Storage storage at the end of the year. So they were like very generous of giving us one of their storage lockers free for it. They're one of our sponsors. But we do have to get it up at the end of the year. I would like to have it for the October event. So we'll move on to Heritage Day. Dave's been involved in this a lot, and the subcommittee for the Heritage Day has been meeting every week. We're really, really excited about this. As far as there's going to be a reenactment of the Moses Mather kidnapping with the First Congregational Church. Let me tell you a little bit about that. It will be outside. The event will not be inside, which is, we decided that last month, but now that's, I think, with the Delta variant, it's even more important to have it outside. I think Stanford just issued tomorrow that all indoor events people will have to be masked. So this event will be outside. We are asking for volunteers, and all volunteers have to be 12 or over, and all volunteers have to be vaccinated. So the volunteers are not so much for setting up, for actually for being in the play. So we're going to have auditions. It's open auditions, so everybody is invited to audition. It's Saturday, August 28th from 1 to 3 at the First Congregational Church of Darien. So Saturday, August 28th, 1 to 3, First Congregational Church of Darien. Everybody out there who's listening, everybody on the committee, every resident is invited to auditions. You do have to be 12 and over, and you do have to be fully COVID vaccinated. The rehearsal will be at the church. There'll be a series, the auditions will be at the church. There'll be a series of rehearsals as well. Those will take place in September. If you are afraid to speak, as I would be, there are a lot of non-speaking roles, and also there are speaking roles. So we have a number of adult roles. We also have a few children's roles. It's, I think, very, very exciting.
Al, has this been shared with Theater 308?
We are going to be sharing it with 308. I know Amy L is on board. She's like a co-sponsor, and she's from the Darien Arts Center. She may have contacted 308. I'm not sure. And also Mia may have contacted Theater 308. If we haven't contacted them yet, we plan to contact them.
Excuse me, Al, I just have a quick question. Is this something that you'd like me to post about to get
Absolutely.
the word?
So
okay.
We just decided on the date for the audition. So I was going to send you an email. I will send you an email. What we're doing is Maggie is doing a press release. So it should be in next week's papers. So
Perfect.
She should finish the press release hopefully today. Once she finishes the press release, I'll send it to you, Leslie, and you can edit it or do whatever you want and then post it.
Thank you. If there's any photos that are accompanying that, that's always so.
Absolutely. I think we're going to have a photo, something maybe of the mural that's in Town Hall of the kidnapping would be cool.
That's really cool.
So the kidnapping, the play is really cool. There'll be a narrator, and we do have the narrator post filled, and it's actually a descendant of Moses Mather. He's a member of the church, and he will be the narrator.
Wow.
How appropriate.
Yeah, it is fantastic. The kidnapping is about a half an hour long, so it's not too long.
Okay.
The whole event at the Museum of Darien is from 10:30 to 1:30. There'll be activities out in front of the Museum of Darien that the 5th Regiment is going to be doing, a whitesmith and various crafts and things from the colonial era. And then at 12 o'clock, I believe it's 12 o'clock, we will be starting the play from 12. Let me just double check that. I'll have to get that later. I'm not sure if it's 12 o'clock, but right around 12 o'clock.
Thank you for the
Yeah,
contact.
let me, I'll have to double check when that is. The play will start around then, sometime either about 12 or 1 o'clock. I'm not sure exactly when. It's either 12
Perfect.
or 1 o'clock.
I'm happy to
After
help.
that, yeah. So I'll double check when that time is. Then there'll be a break. And then at 2:30 to 4:30, up at the Mather Homestead, there's going to be a demonstration of kind of a skirmish between patriots and the British and loyalists. And there will also be a demonstration of the raid on the Mather farm that took place, I think around 1781. I can't remember what the actual year is. So that's great. So please, if anybody's interested in being in the play, speaking and non-speaking roles, if your kids, if they're 12 and over and everybody's vaccinated, if they're interested, it's going to be really cool. We have a director, Carol Clapp. She's done a lot of things with Curtain Call, directed a lot of plays with Curtain Call, so she is a professional. We met with the police. They're going to be closing off the street immediately in front of the church. We will have some refreshments there. If you want to volunteer but don't want to be in the play, we do need somebody. We have most of the props already, but we do need a prop person to kind of keep track of them all. We also could use somebody from wardrobes. We do have trying to get some wardrobes from the reenactors. They think they can loan us some. But that's another person just to be in charge of that would be good. So we're looking for volunteers for the play, but also just to help out in general.
Maybe it's an opportunity for production and learning. And I know there's a lot of costume for the high school, Amy Raskoff. I don't know if you've already had her on your radar, but
actually, yeah, we did contact her. So yeah, she's involved as well.
Oh, good.
And like I said, the Art Center, Amy L is involved. So it's good. So then up at Mather, they're going to do, like I say, a demonstration of a battle between loyalists and colonial and patriots. And also they're going to be a kind of a reenactment of the raid that was done by some of the loyalists coming from Long Island up to the Mather homestead, raiding for some of the silver that was stored there. The Friday before the event, which is going to be Friday night on the 22nd, the committee members, members of the First Congregational Church, the reenactors are going to meet at the Mather homestead for kind of a pizza party that night. There's also an essay contest taking place. There'll be a winner from the high school and a winner from the middle school. So Keith Keeler is involved with this, and also Dave is involved with this. They're going to pick a topic for the high school and for the middle school to write an essay on, and the winner will be announced. And the winners of the essay contest, the essays will be placed in the time capsule. And that's the final event, which will take place sometime in November. We haven't picked a date. It'll be at the Museum of Darien. And we're going to close up the time capsule and just kind of have a closing out ceremony for the sponsors. The sponsors will also be invited to the Friday night, October 22nd event. Just kind of close out. Thank you for everybody that's been involved for these past 2.5 or 3 years, however long it's been. So that's good. Then we'll also have a cannon and some musket drills, musket firings up at the Mather homestead. And we're going to be selling merchandise as well. So that's about it. The time capsule is going very, very well. We have all the stuff from the schools. I think we got submissions from every school. We got a book of thoughts of people who wrote about what life was like in Darien in 2020. We're going to put pictures in there of what happened throughout this year, as well as pictures of what happened in our events. So that's going well. And Caroline said she probably could come late. She wasn't sure because she was called to a meeting, but the library is sponsoring that.
Al, I'm just curious, how big is this box? Because we've had so many wonderful things going on.
Well,
Have you seen the actual
we
box?
haven't ordered the box yet. We are probably will have to have 2 boxes actually. So I can't remember the dimensions. They're about like this and like this. Well, you can't see because you're the only one on the phone. I can't remember. They're about 20. I don't know. I don't want to say. They're like. It's not a shoe box. I mean, it's a nice, I think, wooden box. probably 20 inches by 18 inches or something like that. I can't remember the
Oh,
dimensions.
so a nice size then.
Yeah, it's a
Good.
nice size. We may actually have 2 of them.
Thank you.
So we still have to order them.
And is the time capsule portion of the events is that on that same weekend, or is that going
So
to?
the time capsule will be closed in the November ceremony, whenever that takes place.
Okay, that's great.
So there's 2 events, October 23rd, which is Museum of Darien, the First Congregational Church in the Mather Homestead. And then, of course, the night before on the 22nd for all the volunteers and everybody. Then the 23rd is the actual event. And then sometime in November, we will have a final thing at Museum of Darien. And at that time, we will close up the time capsule.
Okay, great.
And
So
that's
that's
just a thank you to all the volunteers, the committee, the sponsors.
okay.
Right.
That's something I need to have on my radar to post about. I think people would love to hear about the time capsule and
Yeah,
went into it
absolutely.
boxes, because we had so many great things to put in there that could be kind of.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I can't believe that all this stuff, thanks everybody, that all this stuff has come together. I was like so skeptical a couple of years ago. How can we possibly do this? But
Well, Al, you've done an
Well,
amazing
thank
job.
you, Al.
everybody.
I mean, really, our fearless leader.
Well, we're almost at the end then. So that's it for the time capsule. The Heritage Trail also is going really, really well. So we've got 9 sites that we're going to do. And we've been in contact with Monuments and Ceremonies and with Planning and Zoning and the Architectural Review Board. And what we've decided to do is it's just too much to do all these 9 by October. Part of the problem is you have to get with a lot of government agencies. Monuments and Ceremonies has to agree with all the texts for the ones that are going on public property. And we have to have buy-in from everybody, Architectural Review Board and Planning and Zoning. So what we decided to do was to do the first 3 in October and the next 6 sometime next year. So the first 3 that we're going to do this year are the Museum of Darien, the Mather Homestead, and the First Congregational Church. So
Right.
those are all on private property. So it's easier to get them all approved. A lot of the committees are on vacation until September, so it's hard to get approvals from the town and everything. Plus 9 is just too much to do all at once. So we're going to do those 3 all on private property, hopefully in October, around Heritage Day, and then the 6 will be done next year. We're very excited about this. There's going to be a QR code on the actual marker that you can get more information from. We're going to have an audio version of it. We've got a logo for the Heritage Trail. We will have brochures explaining a little bit more about the Heritage Trail. So we're really excited about that. Next year, and we've been working with Miranda Creative, who is doing the creative, and they've done some excellent job. The visual is stunning. I think next week I'll put a visual up so you can see what the marker is actually going to look like. So we're almost there on the first 3. We've got the text and everything for the first 3. So that's about it. A general discussion, I guess, finances. I know Libby, thank you very much. You want to talk a little bit about the finances, where we are?
Well, I guess we're still waiting for a couple of donations. I just got this morning the finances from Jen Charnosky, just to compare them and make sure that we reconcile with what the town has. I'll probably do that over the next couple of days and just see if there are any differences that we need to figure out. But otherwise, there hasn't been a whole lot of activity in the last couple of months.
Right.
And just sort of the ongoing expenses from whatever events we've had. But otherwise, I think we're in good shape.
Yeah. Yeah, we're definitely in, I think, really good shape. I'm still waiting for a couple of small invoices from Anniversary Day. The landscaper hasn't sent me his invoice yet, but it's not going to be a lot of money. And also I bought a tarp for the, and some hardware for the cake that I have to send through. But looking at the estimates for the invoices that have already been processed for Weed Beach and Anniversary Day, we're well below our estimates for that. So that's really good. So I know, Libby, you sent me a spreadsheet of where we are, and we are in the black now, which is good. One thing we did estimate was for the Heritage Trail, we did estimate $1,000 for maintenance and $4,000 for a brochure,
Okay.
so that we have to keep in reserve. But other than that, we just have to do fund the Heritage Day. And
So Al, the money for maintenance for the Heritage Trail, is
right.
that ongoing or how's that going to work? Who's
So,
going to be ultimately responsible for that?
so at the end, at the closing of this, and I'll get with Monuments and Ceremonies, I talked to them a little bit about this. They were worried about maintenance, so what we agreed with, we would, when this is all done, we would give them $1,000 to maintain this in perpetuity.
Okay.
If it costs more than that, it's on them. If it costs less than that, then they have to keep it until in perpetuity. So that's how that
Okay.
works. That was brought up in the meetings with Monuments and Ceremonies, and also in some other meetings, I think maybe with Parks and Rec. They said who's going to maintain these. So that's how we handle that concern.
I have a
Okay.
suggestion.
Right. Go
For the
on.
Monuments and Ceremonies Committee, they're on their website, on the Darien government website. It would be
Right.
nice when we have the Heritage Trail all done, for them to have a permanent spot on there to say, hey, people, this is where the 9 spots are, go visit them.
Yeah, I think that would be a real good thing. I think that's a good idea. And I know in Monuments and Ceremonies they're starting a Monument of the Month that I think they post to the papers or something like that. They did this before years ago, where every month they post a new monument. So maybe they could incorporate this in their Monuments of the Month press releases.
That
But
would
yeah,
be nice.
having it on the website would be good as well. Would be very good as well.
Hey,
If
Al,
people move into town and don't know about things, it'd be nice for them to learn about where they live.
Yeah, we were thinking of getting the brochures to obviously Town Hall, maybe some of when the kids do the tour of the cemeteries and everything, giving them the brochures. Also, maybe some of the real estate agents can have some of the
Yeah.
brochures.
The welcome wagon or whatever,
Welcome
new
wagon.
neighbors or.
Yeah, right. I know Sarah's really involved with that. I'm sorry, Kate.
I was just going to say, so I still have the key to the cabinet hall. I don't know if there's like a written up agenda or something for Heritage Day, or if you want me to put in something about the Heritage Trail, like one of like something with their logo or something like that. I'd be happy to do that. I mean, I did reach out to the people in charge and they said they'd tell me when someone else needs to go in. I just haven't had kind of content to put in there.
Yeah, okay.
So if there's something you want me to put in, just let me know how I can access it and I can go over and put it in. I don't know how much traffic is going on, but even if we, shoot to get it in there sort of by the end of August, so that leading into September and October, we have a lineup of events or, something that's a little bit more current.
Yeah.
I'd be happy to do that. The second thing is, I never heard back from that guy in Blumenthal's office. I think, Jamie, you sent us his information and he wanted a phone call. I know I called and you called, Al. Maybe you heard back from him.
Yeah, he did actually call me back. So we're kind of playing.
Then that's covered.
He called me back and said, I guess we got a lot of time to figure out what's going on. So we kind of traded telephone calls a couple of times. So I'll try to call him back again. Yeah, but he did call me back.
All right, great. And then, because if there's something sort of a timeline of the day written up, we could just mail that to him.
Okay, yeah. That sounds good. That's actually a good idea.
But
So in any
not,
event, yeah, we are, I'm sorry, Kate.
I was just gonna say, nothing that has to be done right now, you know, probably closer to the end of September, 1 month out or something.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, if you do it too early, they're gonna forget about it or whatever.
Exactly. And we could just do it for everybody. You know, I can, once we put it together, I could send that to everybody.
Okay, that sounds good. I guess that's about it. Libby, thanks a lot. We are in the black now. Like I say, both for the opening ceremony, the Weed Beach Festival, the anniversary day, they all came below our estimates. The only thing we have to fund now is the time capsule, Heritage Day, and the Heritage Trail. But we are in the black. So. And this is general discussion now. Anybody have anything else? Okay, I think, the next meetings, people said maybe we should have it in person. I don't know how everybody feels about it now, because I think we're gonna have to be masked and stuff, so maybe we should do it just virtually again.
We could meet outside.
Yeah,
Can we do the internet outside? I think we're gonna have to have the internet as well. That would be virtually and
Gotcha.
in person, so. I don't know how far.
Well, it has to be taped, right?
maybe,
Yeah, it has to be taped.
yeah. Maybe check in closer to the second week of
Okay.
September.
Yeah. I'll send a notice and say what
Hopefully
people
things
think.
will revert back to
Yeah.
our June or July norm.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
But,
Yeah, it seems like Groundhog Day. We're constantly.
yeah, no kidding.
First it was March, and then in December and January we had a spike, and now we're having another spike.
So, well,
It'd be the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yep.
okay, I gotta
Okay.
run.
All right.
So, do we have a motion to adjourn then? Anybody else have anything? Is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll
I'll
move.
move.
And second?
Keep cool, everyone.
I'll
Okay.
second, or.
Everybody agree, say aye. Aye.
I got it.
Everybody say no, no, right. Thank you, everybody, for all the help. Anybody who wants to be in these reenactments, let me know.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Al.
Okay.
Take care.